During World War II, Earl McCorkle from Elizabeth was fighting German forces while trying to cross the Rhine River, and during battle, he lost his helmet. Miraculously, that helmet was found just a few months ago. Chris DeRose was with his family when they saw it for the first time at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall.
For Earl McCorkle's daughters, Fern, Regina, and Joyce, getting a letter on Veterans Day from a Swiss forensic pathologist stating that he had traced a recently found GI's helmet back to their late father, well, understandably, they were a little skeptical.
This is crazy. This is ridiculous. Like, this has to be a fluke. Like, I mean, so many things.
But it wasn't a fluke. In 2018, their father's helmet was found in the mud of the Rhine River, and how it got there is an incredible story. In March of 1945, Earl McCorkle in the 291st Engineer Combat Battalion, along with thousands of U.S. soldiers, were in a full sprint to Berlin. And while most of the bridges were destroyed by the retreating Germans along the Rhine River, the Ludendorf Bridge at Remagen remained intact. A fierce battle for the bridge and this vital crossing ensued.
Our ACAC opposes persistent enemy attempts to dive bomb the Ludendorf Bridge.
Though the Ludendorf Bridge eventually collapsed, McCorkle's unit built and maintained a pontoon bridge for American forces to roll across and eventually win the war. And it was during that time that McCorkle lost his helmet in the Rhine, and he never mentioned it, at least not to his daughters. He never talked about the war, did he?
No, he didn't. I think that it was a really terrible experience for everyone involved, and I think he would just prefer not to relive it.
While it's not known exactly how their father's helmet got into the river, there was enough of McCorkle's initials and service number left on the inside of the helmet to trace it back to him, thus leading to this one-of-a-kind posthumous reunion today in Pittsburgh.
We've all been praying and asking him to give us a sign as to whether he wanted this to happen, even before it was sent over here. And I guess that's his answer. And thank you to everyone who contributed to this for us. We're very grateful.
The helmet will remain on permanent display at Pittsburgh Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum. And though McCorkle passed away in 1985, he could hardly have imagined that 80 years after the war and 40 years after his death, his family and members of his community would be celebrating a small part of his legacy that was once lost, but now is found and certainly not forgotten. Reporting at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Chris DeRose, KDKA TV News.